Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige and my channel is The Little Peacocks, and today I've done a speed build with Tiny Living, so let's go ahead and check it out. So I started building a tiny home in the hindquarter hideaway lot. So if you want, I don't even remember which world this is in. You know, whatever. So if you want to download it on that lot, great. So I first started out, I did this kind of like zigzag kind of floor layout, which ended up completely changing because I was like, I could not get the things to work how I wanted them to, because I was only doing the tier 1, which is the micro home. So I could only have 32 tiles for this tier. So I was like, okay, well, this isn't working, so we obviously needed to change the layout, which I was super bummed about at the beginning because I really liked how the house looked from like the exterior. But like I couldn't get the interior to work at all. So we're like, scratch that, trying something new, and you'll see that later, eventually. So I really wanted to do the micro home because it's the smallest one, and I normally, when I build houses, they're quite large, or like, you know, the rooms are spacious. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna like challenge myself, and we're gonna do the smallest one. This is the first home I've ever built in Tiny Living, and I was gonna challenge myself to do the smallest one. So as you can see, I first started putting the hideaway bed in the back, very back, next to the bathroom. And it was just, I liked how it was like tucked in to its own little like alcove, so it was like out of the way, so when the bed folded down, it wasn't completely sticking out into the space in front of it. And you know, I rearranged the bathroom like a million kajillion times because when I was rearranging the layout, I was like, so the bathroom pretty much stayed exactly where it was, but like I changed the layout around everything. So then I was like, oh well, the door's gonna go here, but then I have to rearrange all that stuff. And then I think I ended up just having the bathroom the same direction it was at the beginning, so I should have just left it that way. But as you can see, like I hated what was going on with the kitchen right here. There was no room for a table, there was no room for an island with bar stools, like, so I put them over here, and then I was like, I hate that, because then you had like no room. You'd have like maybe one chair there for them to sit and watch the TV, and so I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I was like, okay, well, here we go, rearranging the house. I rearranged it multiple times, as you will see. So this home is for Marcella Stoll, who is, there's a video about her, a sim create of her also on my YouTube channel. I've uploaded her to the gallery. Her passion is to become a gardener, or master gardener, or whatever that aspiration is. And so I wanted to build her a tiny little home in a lot that, like, these lots were huge in Tiny Living, right? And so I'm like, okay, so I wanted to build her a tiny home, but I wanted her to have a huge garden. So in this video, it's only her little cottage, which I'm calling a gifted Gardner cottage, because that's what Marcella is the gifted gardener. So her cottage is only in this video. I will go ahead and I'll upload the house itself up to the gallery, but I'm also going to do an upcoming video where I do the landscape around the house, and then I will upload the cottage with the landscape as well. So you'll have to keep an eye out for that. And I played around a lot with color in this video. I normally don't use a lot of color. I like neutral tones, so I go with like white cabinets or like wood toned cabinets. But you know, there were a lot of fun colors in this pack, and I was just like, it's cute. It's a tiny house, and so I want it to feel lively, energetic, you know. And so I added a lot of big windows into the house to make it so that there was a lot of light coming in. It felt more open than it is. And then I also added a lot of colors because I was like, I wanted it to be super, like I said, super energetic. And I felt like adding a lot of colors does that, which was a lot of fun because like I said, I normally don't do a lot with color. And so I was like, okay, so we're going to try this. And I actually really liked it. I was like, no, why don't I use color more? Because it was just so cute. I just loved it. And my main color was yellow. So I kept the stools yellow. I ended up changing the cabinets back to a white cabinet. And because, guys, that's just what I did. Changed it back to a white cabinet. And I wanted the glass roof in the main section just because that will also add in a lot more light and make the space feel more spacious than it is. So, and she loves the outdoors, and so I wanted to make sure that she could be inside her home and still enjoy the outdoors, if you know what I mean. Like, she can like see the stars, she can see the trees, she can see the clouds, the sun, the moon, flowers, windows. So yeah, and I used a siding on the exterior that I don't often use. I haven't really done any like Tudor style homes, and so like this whole like Tudor style thing, like just I never used it, and it turned out super cute, I think. I mean, in my opinion. Maybe you think it's ugly, I don't know. But I like it, so that's all that matters. I built it and I like it. And I also did roofs that were curved, which I normally don't do. Normally it's just like straight eaves, and you know, that's it. But I actually really enjoyed the look. I played around with the mansard barn style I think it's a Gabriel roof. And I mean, it's not that because it's a round top roof. We're just gonna call it that. But then, you know, I didn't like that as much, so I ended up changing that. Messed around with, you know, just having it stick out there, and then I was like, no. But I hated it, so I just put a tiny little roof over that section, and I'm like over here trying to point at the screen, guys, and you like can't even see. Over this tiny little section where the Murphy bed is. And I hated just having that tiny little roof. I know I have like a tiny little roof on the front, but having one in the back in that section just looked super awkward, and I was like, no. So I had to figure out how to work around that, because I was like, I like this layout, I like the interior layout of this house, I just have to figure out what I'm gonna do with the freaking roof in the back, because I like the middle section, I like the front of the front roof. It was just that back section of the roof that was driving me nuts. And I think I may have just ended up doing the whole glass part across there. I don't remember. I'll have to see. Played around with. I ended up getting rid of. At first, I had done the leaf wallpaper, because I was like, oh, she loves the outdoors, so she's a gardener. This is perfect. And then I just changed it because we're just going for color, guys. We're going with all the cute colors. So. And then I got rid of that mosaic tiled floor, which was super cute, but it no longer went with my theme and like the wall covering, which was a brick, so we changed that. And then, you know, played around with windows, played around with the lights, added some more windows. I didn't add any curtains because, like I said, we're bringing the outside in, so we just left those there as is, no window coverings. And then I put the mailbox there, but then I moved the house into the very back corner, the back left corner, and I was like, okay, no mailman is going to come up to the house, like, so I moved it up here, and you know, we'll have a cute little like stone paved pathway that goes up to the door and starts at where the mailbox is. So, and then I had to go through the gameplay and make sure that, you know, she could use the bed, the toilet, the shower, the sink, the stove, the fridge, you know, all that jazz, because that's important. She could use the computer. Just wanted to make sure that, you know, everything was working how it was supposed to, because I didn't want to upload it to the gallery and have it, like, not work, because what's the point, right? So, and like with this tiny house, like I was like, okay, well, we really need to make sure that this works, because like I said, I normally don't design and build in these tiny of quarters, and so, you know, I was like, felt like I was like kind of shoving things in there, and so I was like, oh, we better figure out that this works. And then of course I go through and add plants because she loves plants. So her house needed to have plants. The outside of her house couldn't be the only place that had plants. So then of course I go and I add flower pots at the windows. What are those called, guys? I'm like window pots. They have a name and I'm just blanking right now. A window box. Look, it's right there in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. And like I said, yellow was my main focus, and I decided that we were going to have the little cute little vines with yellow flowers. And of course, we're going to have sunflowers when I do the landscape of this house. So just you wait. Flowers. Sunflowers will be coming, and a massive garden because she's a gardener. I did a little bit of landscaping of the cute colors, cute and quaint little cottage that I just love so dearly. And like I said, I will be putting it up on the gallery, and then I'll be doing the landscape next, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you. If you want to continue to support me, please subscribe, like, comment, all that YouTube jazz, and I will see you guys in my next video.